Thinking about picking up that new Natasha Denona Mini Love palette? Well, stay tuned. I might get to change your mind. Hey, good looking. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. And if you're new here, I'm Kendra Morgan Official. I like to put out content weekly centered around makeup brushes that aren't Morphe, single eyeshadows, and sunscreen. So if you like that kind of content, make sure you subscribe to my channel. If I'm your vibe, make sure you subscribe. All right, let's get started. Today I have for you guys a dupe palette for the Natasha Denona Mini Love palette. All right, we're going to be looking firsthand at some Sydney Grace eyeshadows that I put together for this dupe palette. I think that these shadows capture and really show the true beauty of the Mini Love palette. And I just also want to put out there front and foremost that imitation is the highest form of flattery. So if I'm duping these palettes, it's because I love the brand and I love their eyeshadow story, and I want to use what I have in my collection and, you know, put something together. So I'm just choosing to share that with you guys. So I'm not in any way, shape, or form meaning anything bad on these brands. Okay, let's get started on these shades and some swatches. The first shade that Natasha Denona Mini Love palette showcases is You, and it is a mauve rose gold. For the Sydney Grace shadow, I chose Go For It. It is a medium mauve with a cool undertone. I switched the first two shades undertones around. So the first one's cool and the second one's kind of more neutral warm leaning. And in the Natasha Denona palette, hers is warm and then cool, I believe. R is an antique lilac, and for that I chose from Sydney Grace Predictable, and Predictable is a medium purple mauve matte. For in Natasha Denona's Mini Love palette, the Aubergine Deep Eggplant shade, I chose Midnight Amethyst. It has a deep violet purple with a black base. This is a shimmer satin formula, so it does look more matte on the eye and blended out. It looks more matte to me, but actually in pan you notice it does have that sheen, that shimmer to it. Natasha Denona Mini Love palette shade True is an icy pastel pink, and for that I chose from Sydney Grace's collection Spring Fling. It is a shiny light pink shimmer, and this was from the Taylor bundle or something like that, so they didn't actually have a description of the shade, so I just put my own description in there. Natasha Denona's Love, the warm medium pink shade, is duped by Golden Strawberry out of the Natasha Denona the Sydney Grace single collection, and it is a medium pink with brown undertone and a slight sheen. So there you have that. Now, for those of you who, maybe I should put on a face first. Maybe we should do this first. Yeah, let's do this first. So I'm going to go ahead and just use a couple of these shadows and put them all over the lid. I probably won't wear lashes today since I do have to go somewhere after this, and just kind of want to use a more natural, just a nice, beautiful look. For this particular palette, I'm going to be using the amethyst all over the lid, and then I'm going to buff and blend out with a little bit of this matte shade. It's not Predictable. Yes, it is Predictable. And then I'll probably put this on the inner corner and brow bone as a highlight. So, oh, and then probably in the center of the lid, kind of to give a little bit of a halo effect, I'll use the shade Go For It. So that is what I shall do. Pack on this medium brown shade starting on the outer corner and just kind of working it all over. The black base is really nice for making it nice and sultry and dark. All right, beautiful. Let's go ahead and blend that out with a little bit of that Predictable shade. Let's see if I can also blind you. So that's that second shade in there. It's a little bit on the matte side. Starting on the outside and working our way in. Just kind of blend out that darker shade. And just using the Refer 15 brush for any of those who are curious. Alright, also going to blend just a little bit of that predictable shade underneath the eyes, just a little bit. Oh. Now with a packer brush, I'm going to pack some of this lighter shade Spring Fling on the center of the mobile lid and just kind of bring it up just a little bit. Could really just leave the look just how it is, but I just want to add a little touch more. Then with a clean brush, just blend the edges. There we go. I want to keep the look nice and soft and sultry. And also let's put it on the brow bone. And the inner corner. All right, and there you have it. Let me go ahead and put a second coat of mascara on. Right, there you go. So I just kind of demonstrated a little bit of the Dupe palette here. I was really intrigued by the Natasha Denona mini palette since I didn't ever pick up the midi palette from Natasha Denona from her Love collection last year. But I just feel like I think that the shadows that I have in my collection, A, reflect that, and B, they're also just really great shades that I should get some use out of. So I've chosen to go ahead and dupe the vibe in my collection, but I also wanted to give you guys a little bit of a budget-friendly dupe, and this is just kind of some bonus content for you guys. So I put together some shades that were found in the Makeup Geek Throwback sale. So you can find all of these shades ranging from $1 to $2, and these shades along with this loose pigment single are going to be on the website, and it totals $8. So I think that's pretty budget friendly. So we'll just go ahead and kind of run down through those shades real quick and give you guys a swatch of each of those shadows. So if you were in the market of duping the vibe but not exactly shade for shade, then you might go ahead and consider picking up some of these singles. The first shade that I dupe for you in the Makeup Geek Throwback sale rounds, if you will, is Enchanted, which is a medium plum with pink undertone. It is a loose shimmer, but it gives a very beautiful, warm, plummy tone that I think really pairs well with the Natasha Denona Mini Love shade U. Next is, I chose the shade You Have Makeup Geek's Unexpected. You would just use that instead of the Caitlin Rose, but Caitlin Rose is actually featured in the throwback sale, so that's why I put it in this palette. And it is a bright amethyst purple with foiled finish. Very, very gorgeous. It is on the more lighter shimmery side, but I found it to be a very beautiful color. Curfew is going to dupe My, which is a medium plum purple with a matte finish. It's not as deep. It's going to stay in that medium tone. It's not going to give you that deep aubergine that you're looking for in the Natasha Denona, but it is available for $1. So I couldn't pass it up. Nostalgic is a bubblegum pink with a metallic foiled finish, and actually it dupes True's icy pastel pink almost to a T. Almost better than the Sydney Grace shadow that I picked out. But I didn't want to mix the brands up. I wanted to stay, you know, brand. Lastly, Pink of Me is a light rosy pink and a shimmer foiled, which dupes the shade Love's warm medium pink. I thought very well. I thought it did a really good job. So those are some options for you guys. I hope you found this video really helpful. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. I'm your vibe. Subscribe. Can't wait to see you guys in my next video. Bye.